The Masu box is one of my favorite models in origami because it's easy to do and it's very practical. I'm using a two-sided color paper, but let's start with the paper color side up. Our first fold is to fold this in half, bringing the edges together at the top, making sure the corners match up, and then creasing, starting right here in the center and pressing out. And let's unfold. Rotate your paper. And let's make the same fold on this side, bringing this edge to the opposite side, lining up your edges, and creasing from the center out. We can see where the center of the paper is by our creases. Now, please flip over to the other side. And your paper most likely will have a white side. I'm going to fold all the corners to the center. You can still see where the center is marked. And as you're folding these edges to the center, or the corners, make sure that you don't let the edges overlap. It's okay to leave a little bit of a gap in between. I'm going to turn my paper and continue to fold the corners to the center. So you can see that the edges don't overlap except for right here, so I'm going to adjust that out a little bit. And we have what we call a blintz fold, all the corners coming to the center. We could still see where the center of the paper is, right where the corners meet. And I'd like you to now take one of the edges, this edge close to you, and bring it right to the center. Making sure you line up the edges right along the outside and make your crease, starting from the center, pressing out. And let's repeat that for the other side. It helps if you rotate your paper and then you just bring this edge to the center. Now, this looks like a set of doors. We call this cupboard doors. And let's open the doors. And you'll see these triangle flaps appear. So take a hold of the triangle flaps. I think you need to, oh, you didn't, it's okay. I'm going to stretch it out. And you can still see where the center of the paper is. And we're going to now take this edge close to you and bring that to the center, making sure this triangle stays nice and flat. And you have several other landmarks to help you line up your fold, where the lines follow right along. And let's repeat for the other side. Making sure this triangle flap stays flat. Now we finished all our folding and we just need to assemble the box. So what we're going to do is open these side flaps, open the doors, and have them standing straight up away from the table. And then make sure these triangle flaps stay flat on the bottom. If you take a look at the side panel, you'll have a mountain fold crease and a valley fold that is at an angle. This diagonal fold is a valley fold. So this is where our hinge is for this box, right there. So what I'm going to do is make sure these sides. Now I'm going to push in at the valley fold and bring this entire flap straight up. This creates the third wall of our box. And now the flap will just fold over the top and tuck nicely into the bottom of the box. And let's repeat that for the other side. I'm going to press in at the hinge, lifting this entire flap up and making sure these flaps are pressed against the final wall of our box, and then fold over and tuck in. The points should be nicely matched up in the center, which helps hold our box together. And this is our basic Masu box.